Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I just have a quick little video I'm going to share with you guys. A lot of this may be like Captain Obvious for some of you. I don't know. It was new information for me. But a lot of the kids, fourth graders in my fourth grade reading group at school, have these little corner, what would you call it? Bookmarkers. Sorry. Woo! And I just think they're really cute. And the other day I was just sitting there while they were writing, you know, I help them with their writing and everything. They were busy writing, and a bunch of them had their books just sitting there with these on them. And so I started looking at them and thought that would be kind of cool for junk journaling. And so all they are is a little thing that slips over the corner of your page wherever, you know, you want it in the book. So like this, you know, and or a lot of them seem to like them when they're on the outside. Of course their books are smaller, so that works. So I just thought that was kind of a fun little thing, and theirs are usually like little animals or whatever. But anyway, so I'm stealing this bookmark idea, so this isn't like my idea. I didn't come up with it. It's a thing. And so what you need is a piece of paper. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but you could use kind of anything as long as it's square. So it was 8.5 by 11. I cut it 8.5 by 8.5. So that's all I did. And then some of you may know how to do this already, but I'm just going to go through it for those who do not. So you take it one corner to the other. Since it is a square, it doesn't matter, you know, how you do that, unless you do have something specific on your paper, and then you'll have to mess with it to, you know, get that on the corner or whatever. But anyway, for this is just like some paper I got off of Amazon that looks like it's coffee dyed, but it's just regular weight like printer paper. So corner to corner, and then you take this corner over here, fold it up to the top, and give it a good crease. I really like to crease them well. I just think they turn out a lot better when you crease them really well. And then the other corner is coming up to the top too, so it's going to make like that diamond shape. These are really pretty easy and they turn out kind of cool. And then I've seen a lot of people, they just tuck this over when you fold this other piece down, but I like to come back and fold it back down to the bottom corner. So now this is the bottom. I flipped the piece of paper around. This is still that top corner that I was folding to. So I'm just taking that and folding it down. So it's this one that's up at the corner, folding it down to the bottom. Make sure all your points meet. I hope you guys can see that okay. So see, they were folded up this way. I folded them down here like this, okay? Then I'm going to open that. So I'm back to my triangle, turn it back around where my triangle point is on top, and I'm going to take this point, so that's just 1/2 of the paper. See, the whole paper opens like this. So 1/2 of it is going to come down to this bottom middle point. So you're just kind of doing that point to point thing again. Crease it, and then this is where this fold right here comes in handy. And it might seem like it's a little hard to flip it back the other way. You could like do it this way if that makes you more comfortable, you know, fold them in like that. But anyway, they're going to come up like this, and that fold is going to go inside. So you're just taking this corner and putting it inside, folding this up. Sorry, I unfolded it, so now it doesn't want to work for me. So I'm just going to give it a good crease. And then I'm taking that flap and tucking it down inside. So it makes like a little pocket. And I just take my bone folder and get that corner nice. And oops, I just stuck a hole in my paper. Don't do that. Don't stick a hole in your paper. Anyway, I have another one that I'm going to use. But see how it makes a pocket? You just want to get those flaps folded down inside of there. And then that's what goes over the corner of your page. So your book page just goes right in like that. And what I did, different than what the kids do, because then they're done once they get to this point, is I turned it into a Raggedy. So I stole Nik the Booksmith's idea of her big whole page Raggedy to like stick in your journal. This is my own personal journal. So you know how her Raggedy's you stick in here and the edges all hang out around here, and I'm sure everybody has seen the Raggedy by now because it seems to be all the rage. But I just turned, this is the front square, I turned it into a Raggedy. So that's the back of mine. And so I decorated all these, this, and this. The one thing I am going to caution you guys about when you're decorating is maybe don't get as overzealous as I did with decorating, because if you want to open this up like to journal on it, which you can definitely do, the more you put along the edges, the harder it's going to be to obviously open it up. But it looks so cool and it was so fun. I just got out all my junky scraps and I stitched just randomly all over the place, and I have doily and lace, and this is old book page. It's like a little map thing off compass out of a book, and there's like a little bee. Sorry, my brain is not working today. Butterfly. This is a graphic 45 stamp, some more lace, doily, like I said, and just other lace, and I kind of ripped the lace and so it made this fuzzy stuff. But this one will open, so I'll show you. It's just you need to be very mindful of your edges when you're sewing, and you need to be mindful of your edges when you are gluing, because it can, see, so now I'm undoing it. It's just a little tricky to pull it out. So those are the two flaps that go inside, so I did not do anything to those. I'm unfolding it, and this is where it's tricky. See this right here? I got a little bit too tight or too much stuff on it, so it's like glued at a point kind of, so it's kind of hard to unfold. So if you're more mindful of that, this was the first one I did, but it still unfolds. You could still write some little like poems or little quotes inside of here for your junk journal. And you can see I kind of went over the edge with the stitching. That is another thing that I would maybe caution not to do, just because it makes the folding of it and unfolding of it harder. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but yeah, so I thought that was kind of fun. So now if I can figure out how to fold it back up again. Oops. Yeesh. Sides, this flap comes down, these sides go up, and they tuck inside to make that little pocket. And I'm not going to use my bone folder and rip my paper again. But anyway, and so all these edges are all raggedy. So then when you put them in your journal, let me find something that doesn't have something on the corner. This has something, but it's no big deal. You just slide it on the corner of your journal, and then when you close it, then this gives you more raggedy stuff sticking out. And it doesn't go down the whole way like Nik's. Those are awesome. But if you just want a little bit of the raggedy and not as much, or if you want like a whole raggedy page and then, you know, a corner raggedy page or whatever, that's just a little idea. And it looks, I think it looks cool on both sides of the page. Oops, that's why I was having so much trouble. There's a doily there. But I think that looks kind of cool on either way, because both sides decorated. Just don't glue your flaps together or you won't be able to get it undone, which, I mean, really truly I wouldn't really care if it was all glued together. You know, I just like the effect of it, so that would be fine with me. But if you do want to use it for journaling, then you would obviously not want to do that. And you might want to put it on a heavier page, just because once you put all this paper and lace and glue and stitching, it's kind of hefty. So a heavier page, thicker page would probably be better. So anyways, and if you like this journal and want to see a flip through of the whole thing, it is one of my earlier videos that I did, and it's Nik The Booksmith inspired junk journal, because she did the whole one of her challenges, and it was like you read a book and then you make a journal about that book, or like a character in that book had the journal or whatever. And so I talk about the whole thing in that video. So if you are interested in that, it's my Nik The Booksmith junk journal, or Nik The Booksmith inspired junk journal. So, yeah, so another Nik the Booksmith thing. She's so amazing. And if you have not watched her, I will link her below, and I would highly suggest watching her if you like junk journaling, because I would say she's probably the queen of junk journaling and making books and all of that. She does classes and everything. So anyhow, just my little thing for today. I will talk to y'all later, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Please subscribe. Bye-bye now.